Today I'm going to demonstrate how to access, download gClassfolders, and get your classes set up. The first thing you need to do is actually go to the website gClassfolders.com. This is a website also that contains lots of information about what gClassfolders does, how to install gClassfolders, folder structure, a little bit about gClass Hub, which is accessible after you download and install gClassfolders. There's screenshots, there's FAQs, and then also the authors of the script, their websites are listed down here. There is also a Google Plus community specifically dedicated to the use of gClassfolders. It's a great place to join the community, and when you get stuck on a question, go out there and ask. So going back to the home page of gClassfolders, there is a link halfway down the page, gClassfolders version 2, and you're going to click there. It's going to download a spreadsheet which contains the script for gClassfolders. This is a view-only spreadsheet. What you need to do is go to File and make a copy. You can name this copy whatever you want. I'm going to call it Example and click OK. This will add that spreadsheet. If I return to my drive and search last modified, here is example gClassfolders. There's another one here, and there's some others that I had downloaded here as I got ready to make this video. But this is the one that I actually downloaded that is currently open. What you will need to put in this spreadsheet then is the information that is specific to your students. And you'll notice it requires a student first name, last name, email, class name. That would be the name of your course that that student belongs to, or name it in a way that makes sense to you. And the period, which is optional. I use the period. I like to be able to sort my students by period and see what they're doing. And then you do need your email in there. So these items, the first name, last name, email, you can collect in a form, and then you can add the class name and do a fill down. You can collect the period in a form as well, and then just copy and paste. So I already did that. I'm using some test student document or test student users here so that I could test this fully. And so the first name, last name, these are all test accounts, and there's 3 different periods with 1 student. This would represent 1 student in period 1, 1 student in period 2, and so on. And then for my email, and once you've entered something, then if you just highlight where you want it to go, and you do Control D for copy down, fill down, excuse me, and then I'll just fill my email on down there. So what I'm going to do now is, once I have all the student information in there, I'm going to go back up to the gClassfolder script, which is now appeared, and I'm going to go to Initial Settings. Wants authorization. A script is always going to want authorization at some point. Just so you're aware, it needs authorization to run. So I go back to Initial Settings. If you don't know what to do, always go back to the script name and click on it and see what's next. And these can be put in another language. No, this isn't the course name. Yes, I teach English, but this is the language. What do you want the assignment folder or folders called? You can call them whatever you want. The class folder, classes, period. You can refer to these in any way that you want them to be. Okay. Single teacher mode or school mode. There's a recommendation here. I'm going with single teacher mode. School mode would be a bigger animal that could be used. So I'm going to click Save. And now I go back up to gClassfolders. And now I can sort sheet by class, period, and last name, which if there was more than one period, it's going to go ahead and sort it for me, and then create new folders and shares. What it's doing is it's creating the folders at this time. And if I go back to the gClass roster, now here are these folders that have been created. And it's telling me what folders that it's created. And these are links to the folders that have been created. So I can go back to this spreadsheet and actually access the folders. What's happened now for Mary Test User is in her Drive, in her Shared With Me folder, she is going to find a student assignment folder. And I can open this, which is actually called Test User, Mary Junior English Assignment folder. And it's actually in her account, and I can show that to you on the student end. You can run bulk operations on selected students. And so if I select a student, and it's going to tell me in a minute that I haven't, let's say I wanted to, Mary Test User. So I can decide what I want to do with her. I want to remove her from the class. I want to add a teacher to the class. I want to add student aid. I want to move the assignment folder. So if you make a folder and then someone comes in, you can move them back out. The other thing you'll want to do is then when you get all that finished, you're going to want to go to gClass Hub. And gClass Hub allows you to run other scripts that will interact with this. And so when you click on this, you're going to get a custom link to gClass Hub for this gClassfolders installation. So this spreadsheet becomes the place to always go to. And I would say bookmark this site and make this your gClass Hub. So now I can decide which of these classes, and I'm going to control and click. Now I can launch Doctopus for this class. I can launch, which would be giving them individual assignments, and it's going to go into the folder that I created for them. I can launch Autocrat to send them a report, or maybe I have collected information about them using a form. I want the form to create a document. I want the document placed in their folder. And PageMeister is a new tool that I have not experimented with, and this will let you give each student an individual web page for blogging, journaling, etc. So that's the gClass Hub. In my Drive now, and I've made two called Junior English. Here's the one I just made. Nope, I take that back. Here's the one I just made. And so I get assignment folders by class per student. Okay, and notice the only one that's shared is this last one. The rest is for organizational purposes. There's also a teacher folder. There is a Junior English View and a Junior English Edit for all Junior English students. Those are made automatically and sent to every student. That's how you start gClassfolders. Let me show you what this looks like on the student end. I'm going to go to Test User 3 quickly and go to their Drive. And Test User 3 would have had in their Shared With Me folder, here's probably the ones I just made, an assignment folder, Junior English folder. I made some earlier. Here they are. And if I go into Test User folder, here's an assignment I sent via Doctopus. And again, I called it whatever I wanted. I am the owner. And then those things appear just like in Doctopus in a spreadsheet that I can look at and manage their work. So I know that's a little long, but that's gClassfolders.